Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, a medically qualified doctor and a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. Today's video is a highly requested one. It is the best and worst brightening vitamin C serums on NYKAA.
It was a little bit oily on my arm and it smelled like hot dog water. Ugh.
This gives my skin such a nice refreshed glow and is super gentle but still super effective.
This serum changed my skin in just 5 days. No filter, no joke.
This vitamin C serum by Dermaco I really liked.
The vitamin C serum, I can't live without.
If you want to use this product, I'm happy for you to use it. So for me, this is no. I would say this is definitely a Dr. V approved product, but, oh no, hold on. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, mistake. This is not one I would use for my face or recommend to my global skin of color family. Kind of approved, but you can do better. So if you're new here, this is a non-sponsored channel. I don't accept payment from anybody ever. I purchase all the products that we discuss on this channel. And it's really important that you have an evidence-based information place to come to find out whether something's worth your money or not. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every YouTube video. So you can come and ask me your skincare questions. You can also come and follow me on Instagram to ask me your skincare questions there too. 10% vitamin C. If this was 10% L-ascorbic acid, which is what I thought initially that's what they'd done because that would be copy-paste situation, then I would have said no straight out because L-ascorbic acid is not one that I recommend for skin of color because essentially it's an acid. You are exfoliating and you certainly do not want to do that daily, okay? You want the benefits of vitamin C, but with L-ascorbic acid, treat it like an exfoliator that it is, and you use it once a week. So it's a slightly different situation. So this is what it looks like. So it's a pipette, opaque. I like that it's opaque because they're trying to prevent light from destabilizing. So it looks like, I'll show you my hand. Very thin, absorbs nicely into the skin. No smell and no burning sensation. Okay, let's see what's in here. It's 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is fine, so it doesn't irritate. It's a derivative of L-ascorbic acid. It's got glucan and lactone as well, which is interesting. So that is your gentle PHA, your gentle exfoliator, plus glycerin. So I actually really love this for brightening. It says in there that you can use it AM and PM, but I would say if you're going to use this a couple of nights a week as your PM, right, because of the glucan and lactone. I would also say that I don't like the fact that it's in this packaging. As you know, vitamin C is an antioxidant. It oxidizes in oxygen. So just imagine every time you open your bottle, like how much oxygen is going around that product. You actually don't know how effective the vitamin C is because the packaging's not right. And this is also where it can go wrong. If you copy paste a brand that this is what it looks like, then you're going to end up in the same mistakes, same problems as well. So I think that was a mistake, that their serums really should have been in airless pumps. I think they would have done better just in terms of efficacy of product. So I would say if you want to use this product, I'm happy for you to use it. I can't vouch for how effective the vitamin C is going to be, but it is a NAFE-safe product. I like the form of vitamin C that's been used. I do like the fact they've used glucan and lactone, but it means that you should not be using this in the mornings and certainly not daily either. So for that reason, I am going to say it's Dr. V kind of approved, but you can do better. Moving on to the vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, 16%. Very interesting formula. So it's actually a very simple formula. It's non-irritating. However, the directions are wrong on this product. The directions say you can use it AM and PM. That's a mistake. Ferulic acid is an acid and it exfoliates the skin. So you certainly do not want to be doing this morning and night. This is a PM product because of the ferulic acid only. Very light, penetrates easily into the skin. No, it's got the classic kind of chemically smell, you know. It's because it's a fragrance-free brand and I love it. I would say this is definitely a Dr. V approved product, but, oh no, hold on. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, mistake. So vitamin C, of course, is your antioxidant, and actually so is ferulic acid. So I actually really like the formula, but I don't like the packaging. Come on, minimalist. You know you have access to Alice packaging. So what are we doing here? Can we please get this reformulated? I know you're watching. And if you're not watching, guys, if you want to tag minimalist, so then tell them to redo their packaging, and I'll make you a video and I will promote your product because it is a really good formula, but I just don't like the packaging. So let's get that fixed. Starting off with Plum. Now, so many of you have asked me to review this product. It says mandarin and vitamin C, 15% serum, glow boost. Fragrance free, I like this, well done. And this is 30 mils. Very interesting. Okay, right, so let's have a quick look. I've not opened up actually any of these vitamin Cs. I want to do it on here with you so I can give you my first impressions. Okay, so mistake number one is we got a pipette, but they have tried to prevent UV from hitting the product, because don't forget UV also breaks down vitamin C. So not only do you not want oxygen around the product, you don't want light around the product either. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so it's coming out a bit of a frosted color. And it is very watery texture, so it's a light watery texture. It absorbs easily into the skin. Very, very strong smell actually. It's probably come from the mandarin. Okay, right. So let me go through the ingredients list for you. So the first ingredient in here is obviously water, which you can tell. And most serums do start off with water as the first ingredient. This means that majority of the ingredients in here are going to be water soluble. It's only when the color changes to a white color that you know an emulsion has happened. And you've got fat soluble vitamin C in here. So in here, you've got 15% ethyl ascorbic acid, which I like. Then they've put in propanediol, which is the solvent. Then it's betaine, which is a humectant, holds water in the top layer of skin. Then it's got isodecal neopentanate, which is an emollient, which again is why it's making the skin feel a bit softer. But then they put in mandarin peel extract, and this can actually be quite irritating to the skin. I'd say there's nothing else in this, but I don't like the packaging. On the plus side, it is NAFE safe, meaning there's no denatured alcohol, which dries the skin. There's no fragrance, which can lead to contact dermatitis, and there's no essential oils. And essential oils are also something I do not like for skin of color because it can sensitize the skin. This is why I haven't done a video on forest essentials, because basically the whole range is very fragranced, a lot of essential oils, which can lead to contact dermatitis in 3 to 4% of the population. And even though that doesn't sound like a lot, if you think about 500,000 people watch my videos every day, 3 to 4% of people getting reactions because of something I'm recommending means tens of thousands of people a day, which I can't do. So I'm never going to recommend anything with essential oils in it, but this one is a NAFE safe product. I don't think it's an ideal product. I do like the price point, but there are better things on the market on NYKAA. So for me, this is no. Moving on to Deconstruct. So I did a video the other day, I don't know if you guys saw it, on mineral sunscreens on NYKAA, and I actually really liked Deconstruct's tinted mineral sunscreen. That is not an easy formula to create, so I was really impressed with that actually. And when I don't know if you guys have been following my journey when I came to India to launch our range with the Dermaco, I did a lot of events when I was out there, which was incredible, and I saw a lot of our followers and I was out there, and actually one of you did tell me that you love the Deconstruct mineral sunscreen, which is totally agreed with you, it's knife safe, and go and watch that video if you are looking for good sunscreens in India. Right, very interesting. Okay, so this is a glass bottle. It's coming out as a pump, so I'm just going to open this for you this way. It's a straw pump. This means it's not airless. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's coming out very liquidy again, so water is going to be the first ingredient. It's absorbing easily into the skin. The reason why I do tend to like lightweight serums is because it's then easier to put moisturizer on top without feeling too heavy on the skin. And the thing with India is that it's hot a lot of the year and you don't really want to be sweating too much. Whew, the smell is strong. Oh, you're not going to like this smell. Let's go through the ingredients. So this product's got 3-O-ethyl acid, which I love, love, love. It's one of my favorite vitamin C's. It's got glycerin, which is a humectant. It's also my favorite humectant because what it does holds water in the top layer of skin, a water magnet, without drying the dermis. Because often if you use the wrong humectant, a magnet that's too strong, it can actually pull water from the dermis into the epidermis and actually makes fine lines look worse, which you don't want. So you have to almost get that water magnet right. You don't want anything too strong, but you want it to be strong enough. So even with humectants, you can get it wrong. The next, they put in propylene glycol, which is another humectant, another one that I like. And they put in ferulic acid, 0.5%, which I love, love, love. It's an excellent ingredient. It's great for hyperpigmentation. It's one that I formulate with in my Skincare by Dr. V range. And I don't think we use it enough, actually. So I love ferulic acid. I'd also say this is a nafe-safe product. No DNH alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. But for me, the packaging is wrong. So they have tried with the light again, just as Plum have done, but there is oxygen around this product. So even though it's more stable than L-ascorbic acid, 3-O-ethyl acid, you still don't want oxygen around the product. So for me, this is, it's not great. And the smell is strong. Moving on to CosRx. It's quite solid packaging. I like it. I am a packaging kind of girl. I do like beautiful packaging. This is solid. I feel like it's a signaling marker as well. We do tend to look at packaging and then it gives us an impression as to the quality of the product inside. Again, they've double boarded this. Because of my brand, you probably wouldn't even have thought about double boarding, but double boarding, what it does is it solidifies the outside. And because if you're putting a product into shipping, often, products do get sort of battered. There are little things that you can do, like put cellophane on the outside to try and protect it a little bit. Minimalist actually uses quite strong packaging as well. But the other thing you do is double boarding in order to keep the outside firm. So that's what they've done. There's actually a lot of packaging going on in here. Okay, interesting. One. Oh, they put the pipettes separately. Okay, interesting. All right. So again, they've gone with glass. I struggle with glass. So we basically, when we created our lip hyperpigmentation kit, the scrubs were in glass and the balm was in a glass. And, oh, the smell. Oh my goodness. Ooh, oh my gosh. I can't. Oh, I think you're going to feel sick. I can't. It's a lot. My goodness. Wow. So this is a downside of fragrance-free. When you have, because I love fragrance-free, right, for skin of color. But if the actual raw ingredients itself stink, it's not the best user experience. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. So, oh, wow. It's coming out very yellow. There we go. Oh, okay, it's tingling a bit, okay. Let's go through the ingredients list. So this is 23% ascorbic acid pure. This is too high and too irritating for daily use. They put in sodium hyaluronate, which is your humectant, but there's no other actives in this product. For me, this is one to avoid for skin of color. As beautiful as the box is and how strong it is, this is not something that you should be wearing every day, especially if you've got skin of color or Indian skin and you're in India. This is not the one. Moving on to Claire's. Claire's is one that you guys have asked me for a lot. It's a Korean brand. Can you also write down below which other Korean brands you want me to do? I think I just did Beauty of Joseon, which was a big video, a huge video for every single product. Also, I think you guys wanted me to do ANUA, A-N-U-A, and Nibsum, or I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but I'm going to buy all the products from there as well. If there's any other Korean ones, let me know. Okay, they do have really cute packaging, I have to say. They've not really paid attention, though, to UV light hitting the product, so that's a problem. Again, with the pipette, so no Ellis pump here. Pure vitamin C, centella, and hybrid stabilization technology. Okay, let's have a look. So again, very liquidy. Smells not terrible. Feels a little bit warm on the skin, actually. What's in this? Looking at the ingredients list, it's got water, it's got propylene glycol, which is your moisturizer. It's got ascorbic acid, so pure ascorbic acid. That's why it's probably feeling a little bit warm and a bit tingly on the skin. It's got centella, so they're trying to calm the skin as anti-inflammatory. But they've put in here grapefruit extract, orange oil, lavender oil, and limonene. And the reason they've done that is because obviously vitamin C pure stinks. So they're trying to sort of cover the smell. But now imagine you've put pure ascorbic acid on the skin, right? Which is essentially an exfoliator. And now you've put in fragrance as well, the irritant. So you combine those two things together. If you put that for skin of color and then you go out into the sun, this is a disaster for us, especially under the harsh UV rays. Plus you've got pollution you're dealing with and dust. This is not the product for you. This is not one that I would use or one that I would recommend. Moving on to Foxtale. Right, so they have been very clever with this to try and protect the actual box itself. Boost glow, helps with pigmentation, a couple of pumps on the skin. pH 3 to 3.5. It's quite low. That's why. It's water and then ascorbic acid. All right, let's have a quick look what's inside. Very good, Foxtale. They did well with their packaging. We have an airless pump. I'm very happy. Okay, nice. Oh. Okay. Let's give it a second. It does this. Hold on, it just needs to get, there we go. Just need to catch. Give it a second. 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
I'm sure it's going to work, Foxtale. Don't worry, I've got you. This is going to happen. This happens sometimes. It's so annoying. 10 minutes later.
10 minutes later.
Oh my God, this is actually crazy. Oh. Okay, we've got it. It caught. Yes, it's coming out. There we go. So that's what it looks like. So it's coming out as an emulsion. That means there's fats in here. Absorbs quite nicely into the skin. Interesting smell. Right, so for me, the positive here is, of course, the packaging. However, I'm not happy with a lot of this product. It's 15% pure L-ascorbic acid. So like they've said, it's got a low pH. This is going to be too irritating to use every day. And plus they added fragrance. So those are two you never combine. You never combine pure L-ascorbic acid with fragrance. This is a recipe for disaster, especially in a hot country. So Foxtale, even though you did very, very well with your packaging, airless pump, and it's beautiful, and I think it's very Instagrammable. You're going to see this everywhere, and that's probably one of the reasons it's done so well. But the actual formula itself, I think you can definitely do a better job. Moving on to Dot & Key. Okay, so we have our security label. Interesting. Here we go. Again with a pipette. Ooh, gosh, okay. I do actually like this. This is very nice. I like the heaviness. It does feel good quality, but even the pipette's very nice, actually. It's just the wrong formula for a pipette. Oh, there we go. Very clear liquid, okay. That's what it looks like. Smells not too bad, actually. So that's one positive. But let's have a look at what else is in here. So first of all, it's got water, then it's got ethyl ascorbic acid, which I like. Then they put in niacinamide, which I like again, and then glycerin. They have used alpha arbutin, but a tiny fraction of 1%. So it's not, you're not really going to get much benefit from that. A problem with this is that they put in blood orange fruit extract, which is an irritant. Plus the packaging is also not ideal because it's not airless packaging. There are a few tweaks you guys could make, Dot & Key. If you just change your packaging and you just get rid of the blood fruit extract, which is an irritant, I think you're going to be onto a fantastic formula. So just a couple of things that I would throw out there. And I know this sounds like a really harsh video, but what I found is a lot of the formulators from the big brands watch this channel. They are actually excellent in terms of they will see where maybe things can be improved, and they tend to just go back to the drawing board and they go make better products. And so videos like this, even though they're very critical, ultimately they are great for the population because then you get better offerings. And actually, once you do something like this and you just critique everything side by side, India is probably one of the most entrepreneurial countries I've ever been to. And I have investigated brands from every country, pretty much. But the one thing about India is the speed of innovation is, you just can't compete with it. It's just, people are hungry to do well, including the formulators, including the brand owners, and they are all ready to improve. No one's got these big egos where they sit on their high horses and get upset with videos like this. It's actually quite good. So even though it sounds like I'm being really harsh, I do hope I would give it 6 months from releasing this video to suddenly seeing improvements in all these formulas. I will then do another video for you, NYKAA and India, on vitamin C's that will be available for you in 6 to 9 months. And I promise you it's going to be better than what we've got available right now. Moving on to the Dermaco. So as you guys know, I have never reviewed the Dermaco. And the reason is that I collaborated with the Dermaco to create our Renew range. And I feel like there's a conflict of interest because I love the Dermaco family. They have given me an incredible opportunity to formulate for my Skin of Color family in India. And if it weren't for them, working with me for a year and a half to create this range, I would never have been able to serve my family in India. It's very hard because I love these guys. It's very hard for me to give, independent critical feedback, but I'm going to do my absolute best. The reason is that thousands of you have said, Dr. V, we know you work with the Dermaco, but can you please just review the product anyway for us and do your best? So I am doing this for you guys, but I don't really ever want to review these guys because I love them so much, but I'm going to do my best for you now. So I'm going to be very impartial, as if I don't love them, do my best. So right, starting off with the packaging. So it is a pipette, like with everyone else, but I do think that this should be in an airless pump. But let's go through the formula and see what else is in here. Let me show you what it looks like. See what it smells like. It's the same smell as everything else. All the vitamin C's are smelling the same. And it is a very strong smell. And it's because the raw acid is smelled. The raw ingredients are quite stinky, actually. They don't have any fragrance to mask it. Okay, so let's go through it. Starting off with water, of course, is the first ingredient. Then it's got propanediol, which is a solvent. So that's basically what helps to absorb and allow everything else to dissolve into the formula. Then they put in 10% 3-O-ethyl acid. That is my favorite, one of my favorite forms of vitamin C. In fact, it's the vitamin C that I wanted to put into our retinaldehyde serum. They put in 5% niacinamide, which I love, and that's the correct percentage. You want to look at niacinamide between 2 to 5%. When you're seeing 10%, you know that kind of was just sort of everyone copying The Ordinary's bestseller, but actually clinical studies are done from 2 to 5%. More than that can lead to irritation. This, by the way, also includes when you're layering products. When you're layering, say for example, you've got a face wash, which you're, washing off, that's fine. Then you put on a toner with niacinamide. Say that's 1%. Then you put in your moisturizer, which has got, say, 2%. You're adding that on. And then you have, say, a sunscreen with 2%. You're adding that. You now have 5% niacinamide on the skin. And so also add up, because it's cumulative, how you're layering to make sure you keep it within that 2 to 5% range. They also put in ferulic acid at a fraction of a percent, which is what we tend to recommend. Again, I love ferulic acid. This is a NAFE-safe product. There's no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. But again, I'm not a fan of pipettes. So for me, if this became an airless pump, I would say this would become one of the best formulas for vitamin C in India. So if we were to reformulate this, I would keep the same formula actually, but I would put it in airless packaging, but make sure also UV light is not hitting the formula either. Our star product from the whole range is our peptide retinol serum. It's still the only serum in the whole of India that contains retinol, retinaldehyde, vitamin C, and peptides. Now, retinaldehyde works 10 times faster than retinol. So it comes out beautiful in yellow. There's no irritation with this because don't forget retinaldehyde, even though it's more expensive than retinol, causes zero irritation. And why does it work 10 times faster than retinol? It's because it's closer to retinoic acid. And so it's only 1 step removed from retinoic acid rather than 2 steps removed, which is what retinol is. Moving on to Quench. Okay, so let's see what's in here. Interesting. So the box is coming a bit bent because again, there's no double cardboarding inside. Don't forget, you don't need double cardboard, that's expensive. Plus, however thick the box is, that also adds to the price. You have to think about this. I'm the manufacturer of my own brand, so I know the cost of everything, and you really do take everything into consideration when you are producing the product. So, okay, so they've done this to try and protect the bottle itself by putting plastic around it. So that's one way to do this. It also is a security, helps with security as well, to make sure that your product's not been tampered with. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, interesting. So they're coming in as an emulsion. That's because it's vitamin C plus vitamin E. So there are fats in this, and that's why it's not clear, it's white. All right, let's see what it looks like. This is the only downside with straw pumps. Hold on, is this a straw? Yeah, it's a straw. So when it's a straw, it means it's not airless. And it also, and this is the problem that I had with our body exfoliator, is when we started off as a straw, and it's so annoying trying to pump out a very thick product out of a straw. This is why airless pumps are better, but airless pumps are more expensive. So we had to move to an airless pump for this same reason. You can see it coming out. So it does actually look lovely when it comes out. Quite light on the skin. It's going to penetrate very easily. Very strong smell. You're not going to like it. It's a very sharp smell. I think it's going to attract the bees, this one. And this product starts off with water, of course. Then they've put in butylene glycol, so that's your humectant. They put in glycerin, another humectant. Niacinamide 2%, which I love actually. Niacinamide is your best friend when it comes to anyone with large pores that want to be reduced. If you've got oily skin, you want to control sebum production. If you've got dry, red, inflamed skin, it helps, it's an anti-inflammatory. So actually, niacinamide is excellent. It says vitamin C and vitamin E on the label, but there is no vitamin C in the INKI list, in the ingredients list. So if they're saying it comes from the avocado oil, then this is a 21st ingredient on the ingredients list, and it's just too low down for it to be in the therapeutic index. So this is an example of false advertising, because what they've done is they said, hey, this is a brightening serum with vitamin C and vitamin E. There's no vitamin C in the ingredients list. There's avocado oil, and they're hoping that maybe in there's a little bit of vitamin C. There's nothing in here in the therapeutic index other than the niacinamide. I love this as a niacinamide serum. The smell is not great, and actually there are better niacinamide serums for you on NYKAA. So for me, you're really not going to get this intense brightening from these ingredients at such low percentages. So it's another no. Moving on to the next one, this is the Green Tea Enzyme Vitamin C Brightening Serum. Okay, so I love this at the top. It just gives you an idea what type of serum it is. So this red one is black tea. That's the black tea with retinol. The blue one is also retinol actually, but moisture recovery serum. Don't worry, I'll go through this in a second. Okay, so starting off with this one, again, slightly less actually. So I've gone for 30 mils in this one, but again, beautiful packaging. So you can hear that's glass. Big mistake. They have gone for pipette, which is a problem because look, I'm doing this. Look how much oxygen is now surrounding the vitamin C. Yeah. Now don't forget, vitamin C is an antioxidant. It oxidizes in an oxygen and becomes ineffective. If I do this a couple of times, how effective do you think this serum is now going to be? And this is why you always choose a vitamin C that's in an airless pump. So I'm going to show you what an airless pump looks like. It basically looks like this with a pump, and there usually is a little hole at the bottom. The reason is that when you're pumping the serum out like this is our basic retinaldehyde vitamin C serum. When you pump this out, this sucks the bottom higher and no oxygen actually gets to the product itself. That's how you know that the product is stable. Otherwise, there's no way for you to know whether your vitamin C is effective or not. So this is our antioxidant power serum, which is 0.1% retinol, 0.1% retinaldehyde, plus vitamin C and coenzyme Q10 with zero irritation. Having said this, let's have a look at the formula. So in here, it's NAF safe. There's no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. So that's fantastic. It's got water, then propanediol, and then glycerin, which is fine. Then they've used the solvent hexanediol, which is fine as well. Then they've gone in for 3-O-ethyl acid, beautiful vitamin C, and it's the fifth ingredient. So you're looking at a good 2 to 3%. It's in the therapeutic index, again, great percentage. I would say I love this formula but I hate the packaging. And if Innisfree put this into an airless pump, I would recommend it for you. But as it is, as it stands, as beautiful as the packaging is, this is not one I would use for my face or recommend to my global skin of color family.